Hey there, wise dreamers and midnight snackers. Before we get too cozy, make sure to subscribe and hit that little bell, because today's episode might literally change how you sleep tonight. If you've ever woken up wondering why your heart feels like it ran a marathon while you were doing absolutely nothing, you're not alone. And if you're over 60, your favorite sleeping position might secretly be making your heart work overtime night after night. Now don't panic. I'm not here to take away your favorite pillow or declare war on naps, but science, yes, the serious white coat kind, says the way you lie in bed can either help your heart or squeeze it like a stress ball. Let's bust a big myth first. Most people think the best sleep position is whatever's comfortable, but comfort doesn't always mean healthy. In fact, a 2023 Cleveland Clinic review found that certain positions can restrict blood flow, increase chest pressure, and even affect oxygen levels, especially in older adults or those with heart or lung issues. So, let's tuck in, pun fully intended, and walk through the main positions one by one, from the worst for your heart to the ones your doctor would high-five you for. 1. The stomach snoozer, aka the heart's worst nightmare. Let's start with the troublemaker, sleeping on your stomach. The position that feels like a hug from the mattress, but secretly bullies your heart all night long. Sure, it might feel cozy, especially if you've been doing it since the disco era, but medically speaking, your heart is not clapping for this one. When you lie flat on your stomach, you compress your chest cavity. That tight squeeze limits how well your lungs and heart can expand. According to Harvard Health, this forces your heart to pump harder to keep blood circulating, kind of like asking it to jog uphill in a weighted vest. Over time, that extra effort can affect oxygen levels and strain circulation. Now add aging into the mix. As we get older, the lungs lose elasticity, the rib cage stiffens, and some people develop mild heart enlargement or higher blood pressure. That means stomach sleeping can make the heart's workload even tougher, sometimes causing shortness of breath, palpitations, or that weird thumping feeling in your chest at night. And let's not forget the neck twist. That painful half-owl pose that leads to shoulder stiffness and morning headaches. If this sounds familiar, don't panic. There's a gentler, heart-friendlier compromise coming up next. 2. The half-stomach, half-side hybrid, better but still risky. This one's sneaky. That in-between position where you're half on your side, half face down, like you couldn't quite commit. It feels comfortable enough, and it does take some pressure off your chest, but not nearly enough to let your heart take a real breather. According to Sleep Foundation research, semi-prone positions can subtly interfere with blood flow, especially when your upper shoulder or arm presses against your chest. It doesn't feel dramatic in the moment, but over several hours, that gentle squeeze builds up. Kind of like keeping your thumb pressed halfway on a garden hose. The water still moves, but with unnecessary resistance. Cardiologists note that seniors who favor this position often wake up with heavier heartbeats, mild morning fatigue, or that just can't catch my breath yet feeling. That's because even mild chest pressure can alter how efficiently blood returns to the heart during sleep. The position also tends to twist the spine and neck just enough to cause morning stiffness or tingling in the arms. It's the definition of comfortable but costly. But here's the good news. There is one side that actually helps your heart work smarter, not harder, and we're rolling right into it next. 3. The left side lie, the unsung hero of heart health. Here's where things get interesting. If you've ever seen a doctor recommend sleeping on your left side, they weren't just making that up to sound smart. It's genuinely backed by science. Cleveland Clinic cardiologist Dr. Samuel Durand explained in 2022 that sleeping on your left side improves circulation for people with heart failure or high blood pressure because it helps blood flow back to the heart more easily. Gravity becomes your assistant, not your enemy. Even the European Society of Cardiology found that left-side sleepers had lower nighttime heart rates and fewer irregular beats. Plus, if you deal with acid reflux, which, let's face it, many seniors do, left-side sleeping also reduces symptoms because the stomach sits lower than the esophagus in that position. 2 birds, 1 comfy pillow. Just remember to keep your knees slightly bent and use a supportive pillow between them. Think of it as giving your spine a mini hammock vacation. But wait, if the left side is so good, does that mean the right side is bad? Not exactly, but it's not perfect either. 4. The right side snooze, comfort with a catch. Right side sleeping feels completely natural for a lot of people, especially if you've got a cranky shoulder, a stiff hip, or just like facing the wall for some reason. And truth be told, it's not all bad. It actually takes pressure off your liver and stomach, which can make digestion feel easier for some folks. That's why many people swear they just sleep better this way. But here's the twist. Literally. A 2018 study in the Journal of Clinical Sleep Medicine found that people with heart rhythm issues, like atrial fibrillation, experienced more frequent palpitations while lying on their right side. When you sleep that way, your heart shifts slightly inside your chest cavity, pressing closer to the rib wall and surrounding tissue. That subtle change can increase electrical activity and make the heart feel like it's fluttering or thumping harder than usual. Now, if your ticker's healthy, this effect is usually minor, nothing to lose sleep over. But for seniors or anyone managing heart disease, it can make nighttime rest less peaceful. So if both sides have their pros and cons, what's the real doctor-approved way to sleep, especially for aging hearts? Stick around, because the next position might surprise you. 5. The back sleeper, the doctor's darling, with a disclaimer. Sleeping on your back, or as the experts call it, the supine position, often earns top marks from doctors and chiropractors alike. It's the model student of sleep positions. Your spine stays aligned, your joints get a break, and fun fact, dermatologists say it can even help prevent facial wrinkles over time. Apparently, side sleeping squishes your face into the pillow like dough, and gravity doesn't do us any favors there. From a heart health standpoint, back sleeping can be excellent if you don't snore or have sleep apnea. The Mayo Clinic points out that lying flat lets your head, neck, and spine rest in a neutral position, keeping blood flowing evenly and reducing chest pressure. That means your heart doesn't have to pump uphill. For people without breathing problems, it's smooth sailing. But here's the big catch. As we age, the risk of sleep apnea increases. Back sleeping can make it worse by letting your tongue and soft palate slide backward, narrowing or even blocking your airway. That can trigger snoring, drops in oxygen, or those middle-of-the-night gasps that scare both you and your spouse. So yes, it's a maybe position, heart-friendly but risky for airways. Still, don't worry, we're not doomed to sleep standing up like horses. The next position might just be the perfect middle ground between comfort and heart health. 6. The recline position, the unsung compromise. Let's talk about recliners. Yes, those trusty lazy boys might actually be pulling double duty as secret heart protectors. Believe it or not, this isn't just about comfort or catching late-night reruns. Research from the University of Michigan found that sleeping in a slightly reclined position, around 30 to 45 degrees, can actually reduce heart strain, improve oxygen flow, and make breathing easier, especially for people with heart failure, lung issues, or chronic snoring. Why does this work so well? Gravity, for once, is on your side. A gentle recline helps blood return to the heart more efficiently and keeps airways open, reducing pressure on both your lungs and chest. That's the same reason hospitals and adjustable beds are designed this way. They let your body rest without forcing your heart to fight against gravity all night. It's also why so many seniors casually admit, "I sleep better in my chair." And honestly, they might be onto something. Sure, it's not the most romantic setup. Your partner might tease you for ditching the bed again. But medically speaking, it's a pretty smart move. Still, if you'd rather stay in bed, don't worry. There's a way to mix comfort, heart health, and deep sleep without turning your living room into a clinic. That brings us to the golden rule of bedtime balance. 7. The supported side strategy, your heart's happy medium. This one's less of a position and more of a strategy, what sleep specialists like to call positional optimization. It's all about working with your body's natural alignment instead of against it. Here's the idea. Lie on your left side, but add a few well-placed reinforcements. A body pillow in front gives your chest gentle support. Another between your knees keeps your hips aligned, and a third behind your back stops you from rolling over during the night. Think of it as building a cozy pillow fortress that keeps your spine, hips, and heart perfectly balanced. According to Cleveland Clinic cardiologists, this setup can calm nighttime heart palpitations, help lymphatic drainage, your body's built-in waste removal system, and even lower pressure on the diaphragm, which makes breathing smoother. It's especially beneficial for people dealing with high blood pressure or varicose veins, both of which tend to show up more often after 60. You're essentially engineering your comfort zone, creating a soft, supported environment that your heart loves as much as you do. It's warm, secure, and deeply restorative. But here's the catch. Heart health at night isn't just about how you lie down. It's also about what you do before you even close your eyes. 8. Pre-sleep habits that quietly help or hurt your heart. According to Johns Hopkins Medicine, that precious hour before bed is like your body's nightly system reboot. Your circadian rhythm resets, your heart rate slows, and your body prepares to repair itself. But here's the kicker. What you eat, drink, or even watch before sleep can either lull your heart into calm rhythm or send it into chaos like a rock concert encore. Here's what actually helps. Skip the late-night snacks and caffeine. Eating or drinking coffee within 3 hours of bedtime forces your heart to stay active digesting food, raising both heart rate and blood pressure while you're trying to rest. Wind down slowly. Gentle stretching or a few minutes of deep breathing before bed can lower your nighttime heart rate by as much as 10 beats per minute, according to clinical studies. That's your heart's way of saying, thanks for the peace and quiet. Cool, dark rooms are your heart's best friend. Harvard Medical School found that lower bedroom temperatures help the heart regulate blood flow and oxygen use more efficiently. A real-life chill pill. And what hurts? Doom scrolling or scary news before bed. UC Berkeley researchers found it spikes cortisol, your stress hormone. Phones in bed. The blue light delays melatonin and keeps your heart on alert instead of at ease. So we've nailed the what and the why. But here's the big question. How do you actually retrain your body to change sleep positions after decades of habit? Let's tackle that next. 9. How to retrain your sleep position without losing your mind. Switching sleep positions is a bit like breaking up with your favorite recliner. Awkward, slightly uncomfortable, and full of second thoughts. But trust me, it's one of those, it's not you, it's me situations that truly pays off in the long run. Your body has muscle memory. It loves what's familiar. So forcing a new sleeping position overnight rarely works. Instead, experts suggest small, sneaky adjustments that let your body adapt naturally. Use pillow barriers. Place a firm pillow behind your back so you don't roll onto your stomach in the middle of the night. It's like setting up friendly bumpers to keep you in the safe lane. Practice during naps. Short naps are a great training ground. Your brain learns faster in shorter rest cycles, helping you get used to your new side sleeping posture without frustration. Try a wedge or adjustable pillow. Slightly elevating your torso helps if you struggle with reflux or breathing issues. Plus, it makes left side sleeping feel cozier. And above all, be patient. The National Sleep Foundation notes that it typically takes about 21 days to build a new sleep habit. So yes, you absolutely can teach an old spine new tricks. It just prefers a gradual introduction rather than a surprise makeover. If you're finding this helpful so far, hit like, subscribe, and share this video with someone who snores loud enough to register on radar. Your heart, and theirs, will thank you. 10. When to see a doctor about nighttime heart symptoms. If you often wake up gasping for air, feeling lightheaded, or with your heart thumping like it's headlining a rock concert, that's your body waving a red flag, not asking for an encore. According to Mayo Clinic cardiologists, recurring nighttime palpitations, irregular heartbeats, or that dull heaviness in your chest first thing in the morning can be warning signs of sleep apnea, arrhythmia, or even early heart valve problems. The good news? All of these conditions are highly treatable if you catch them early. And modern medicine makes that easier than ever. We're talking smartwatches that track your heart rate while you sleep, at-home ECG devices that can spot irregular rhythms, and simple overnight sleep studies that monitor your breathing patterns. You don't need a hospital bed to get answers anymore. Remember, this isn't about fear, it's about awareness. Your heart works 24/7, even when you don't. Catching small changes early means protecting decades of good nights ahead. So, if your mornings feel more like recovery from a drum solo than a restful sleep, it might be time for a checkup, because better sleep doesn't just add hours to your night, it adds quality years to your life. 11. The bottom line, sleep smart, live long. So, here's your quick bedtime summary. The cheat sheet for a heart-friendly night's sleep. Ditch the stomach sleep. Your heart absolutely hates it. That face-down sprawl might feel cozy, but it's basically a nightly stress test for your chest and lungs. Lean left whenever you can. It's the position most cardiologists quietly root for. It helps blood flow more smoothly, keeps your heart relaxed, and even tames acid reflux. Use pillows like scaffolding. Tuck one between your knees, hug one to your chest, maybe add one behind your back. It keeps your spine straight, your hips aligned, and your circulation humming. Keep your pre-sleep routine calm and caffeine-free. No double espressos, dramatic news segments, or late-night phone glow. Give your heart the peaceful runway it deserves before takeoff into dreamland. And most importantly, listen to your body. If something feels off, don't ignore it. Your heart gives subtle hints before it ever shouts. Because great sleep isn't just about waking up feeling rested. It's about keeping your body's most loyal muscle, your heart, running strong, steady, and grateful for every peaceful night you give it. If you picked up something new today, or realized your favorite sleeping position might need a gentle upgrade, go ahead and tap that like button. Subscribe for more science-made simple tips, and share this video with someone who deserves better, healthier rest. Because a little bedtime knowledge can go a long way toward protecting that hard-working heart of yours. So here's to sweet dreams and healthy hearts. And remember, the best position in life isn't just about how you sleep. It's about waking up tomorrow feeling truly alive, refreshed, and ready to take on another beautiful day.